Hello, hello, my dashers. It is 7 p.m. CDT here on a Sunday, July 6th. I hope everyone had a very safe holiday. Um, Larissa's online. She's saying, hi, Mama. Hi, baby girl. How are you? Hope you had a good fourth. I see that you went to the Ancient and Horribles parade, which is the Forbes family tradition in Chepachet, Rhode Island. So I hope it was fun. Looks like you had a big gaggle, which is, the typical Forbes tradition, as they say. Yeah, I finally got my computer working right. It now sees CDT instead of Eastern Europe. Thank goodness. I mean, I had so many problems with this PC, and I was able to get it all cleaned up. Thank goodness, because I didn't feel like dropping some money for a new computer. So, people over at the Apple Store was able to get my computer working right for a change. Took a little longer than expected, but hence the reason why last week I was unable to do a live because I was still at the store. You think they'd get it down, but we'd find one problem and then another would pop up, and so we got everything cleaned out, thank goodness. So it's now reading the time right, and thank goodness. Yay. So yeah, I have been busy this week putting together my Amazon store. So it is Amazon Prime Day, which is the 8th through the 11th, and where you can get discounts, free shipping, and stuff like that. So getting my store ready for the Prime Day deals. So I'm going to leave the link to the store down below. Let me see if I can actually get, don't know if this is going to let me do it. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So let's see, you can see. Hey, Brenda, how are you? How are things in Reno or traveling? I am still here in Texas, getting the store, my Amazon store ready for Prime Day, or Prime Days, is the 8th through the 11th. So I've been busy curating my wonderful Amazon store. Woohoo! Yay! So these are all of the international travel, van life, um, technology, kitchen, essentials, the bathroom. These are curated things that I have purchased and that I use and recommend. They've never let me down. So people ask me, well, what are you using, to vlog? What are you using for this, or what are you using for that? So I've come up with this Amazon store with all the products that I use personally. And yeah, so like if you go into the bathroom, you can see that this is pretty much what I use. Let's see. See if it'll do it. There we go. So these are the garbage bags, the urinal, shower, shower toga, bamboo mat that I use, scrub a wash bag, my laundry line, my privacy tent, Wonder Wash. This is actually a clothes dryer. Of course, Dr. Bromers. So these are just things that I totally recommend that I use. You can always go back. Technology, this is what I film with, the DJI Pocket 3, as well as lighting kits, tripods, memory sticks, organizers, lighting kit, projectors, screens. And of course, I use my iPhone 13 Pro Max. And kitchen, this is my Winkiza dual foldable uh, stove. I use this with my pan set here to keep all of the pans. They are stackable and I have the lids with them. It's kind of nice. I love this. And my Omni oven. So I bake, cook, sell my camping things, tables. So this is what I use in my van. And life essentials, of course, the stool, my garbage tin, back of the seat, my bamboo tray, mats, magnets, hooks, things like that. So this is getting ready. So I am going to leave the link. These are international travel. So if you're traveling, these are some of the items that I use when I travel. It's great having this, especially if you're flying like long haul. I have a few other items that I am going to include, especially because, when I'm doing cruising or traveling, it's just nice to have your own things with you. But when I went to Finland, I used this, and with my AirPods, I had this for. This is multi-use, so it can be Australia, EU, or US. Had all of my wonderful USB, USB-Cs, clothesline, of course, my hanging for when I do laundry. But I'm going to add some other things in here as well, like the pillow that I use. Oh my goodness, I just found this adorable pillow that actually is a neck pillow, then transforms into an actual pillow in the shape of an animal, a unicorn, but it actually is perfect for my head. So, when you're going on cruises, or even if you're doing business or economy, God only knows, yes, they changed the pillowcases, but when's the last time they really sanitized the actual pillow? So, yeah, I'm bringing my own, and it, caps the hotels, and especially if you're staying in budget hotels and things like that, definitely bring your own pillow. And this is an easy way to carry it. It's an actual regular, U-shaped travel pillow, but then it turns into this round unicorn. You stuff it on the inside. I'll do a video on it. It's actually really good to have, and it's very comfortable. So I'm like, ah, yes. So I'm going to put that on the side. There's a few other things that I'm going to do, but spent this week putting it together for um, the Prime Day. Yay! I'm in Reno. Let's see, it says I'm in Reno. I always stay home on the 4th to make sure home doesn't catch fire, right? You know, and it was funny because when I was in the city, uh, that was always, I was always afraid. um, my neighbors would just go in the street and start firing off these fireworks. And of course, I'm thinking, oh my God, my house is going to go on fire. But here, this was last year, our neighbors lit off some fireworks, but this year they didn't. And it was a very, 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 very quiet 4th of July. I could hear the fireworks in my hometown is, down the city that I live in is about 3 miles away, and I could hear it, but I couldn't see it, and it wasn't obtrusive, and the dogs didn't freak out or anything. So I was like, oh, thank God, because um, Zeus the First used to just, I mean, he had no problem with lightning and thunder and rain and wind and everything else, but it came to fireworks, man, he wanted to dig to China. He just wanted to get out of there. And so, which was weird. But this year, my dogs were so like, what was that? Oh, okay. And I'm like, all right, dogs, woohoo. No problem with the fireworks here at Dasherville. So I'm like, yay. Um, my sister and her husband went to go see the fireworks in the Woodlands, and they ended up being really bad. They were like, we should have just went to Houston. Downtown Houston was beautiful. They had a really nice um, fireworks display, but yeah, the Woodlands kind of was a damper. It's surprising. Yeah, I mean, and it's weird. They have no problem, Zeus never had a problem, Zeus the first, never had a problem with any lightning or thunderstorms or wind or rain or anything. But when it came to fireworks, oh my goodness. He either wanted to like try and claw to get inside me or, just I one time was in my tiny house, and I have a small little washing machine that I leave open after I do the laundry. I let it dry out. So I had the top open, and I had some dirty laundry in there, ready for the next turn. And Zeus had gotten so scared. He literally jumped inside the washing machine and just was shaking in my clothes. And I'm like, oh my God, it's okay, it's okay. But oh, ever since that year, I made sure like he had some melatonin or he had some relaxants or something ever since that day. But he just did not want the fireworks. Um, Anything else is no problem, but that was an issue for him. It's kind of scary. I know, poor dogs. Yeah, Zeus. I mean, we didn't have any fireworks here at Dasherville. So the dogs were like, yo, what's up? You know, the I have some fans going on in the house. So that kind of drowned out the sound that I could get, 3 miles away from the fireworks. They really didn't hear it. Um, and I'm surprised my neighbor did not have any. He lit out a few fireworks maybe a couple days before, but he didn't set any off on the 4th, which I was really grateful for. And at the time, we were having some, it was dry, but then we got about a week where we got maybe a sporadic rain for like 10 minutes a day, every day for like a week and a half. And then now we're back to having no water again or no rain, which is okay. We need to dry out. Because there are, muddy fields around, but for the most part, it's actually okay. It's not too bad. Zeus actually didn't have any issues with it. Today, Lucky and Mr. Bo, my sister's new dog Lulu, got a bath. And it was hot enough that it was, you turned on the hose and the water was still warm, like warm, not cold or anything else. It was warm. Like we had to wait a second for it to calm down, otherwise it'd have been too warm for them. and they were just loving, being up on the concrete, the driveway pad, the garage pad, and we were just scrubbing away. So now he's all, primmed and proper. Luckily, Zeus is so small, all I needed was a little tub. I'm like, yes, so uh, giving him a bath is no issue. So the dogs were like all smelling nice, and then we went and did, laundry and things like that, things that we needed to get done on a Sunday. And honestly, I'll never do it again. If I can do my laundry during the weekday, I would rather do that because wow, that laundromat or washateria, as they like to call them nowadays, was packed. It was packed, and just people were being rude and just you know they take their lint, their dryer sheets and just throw it on the ground. It's like garbage cans over there. I mean, come on. And so it's amazing how people just don't care. And it's just like, look, be real. But I hope you had a good fourth, Brenda, and Larissa. I hope you did as well. Yeah, so I've been busy trying to get the store done, which I have a few things that I still have to record and put on, and then I'm going to um, do an in-depth video on some of the gadgets. Yes, because I know a lot of people are asking what are your top three things and why you like them um, for each of the categories. So my technology, my kitchen, my bathroom. So I think that'll be pretty good. Here's the top three gadgets and why I like them. And especially, I'm leaving for Rhode Island. Yes, Larissa, around the 15th. That I'll be spending a couple weeks up in Rhode Island to visit my daughter and my son. His birthday's coming up, so I'll be there for his birthday, and then he has a drifting event. So I will be going to his drifting event. Yeah, that's gonna be neat. So that pretty much has done it for what's been going on here. Computer took a while to get rebooted, and then I had to put all of my settings back and get everything uploaded again. And luckily, I had everything saved in the cloud, but it still took a while to get it back from the cloud and get it reset. And yeah, the computer was acting like insanely weird. So there's a few viruses in there and a few um, Trojans that I got rid of, but there are a lot of different things that we had to get taken care of. Hey, Samiri, how are you? Hey, Crystal. I'm sorry, Crystal, about your mama. My condolences and hugs to you, girl. I know it's not an easy thing, trust me. Um, I didn't have you at least, not that it's a good thing, but you had time to at least say goodbye. And, mine wasn't so, mine was a sudden boom, and so she's in a better place and she's in, loving arms of God, and she should be, she'll watch over you. She'll still be there. Trust me. So my condolences and hugs to you, girl. Nice and cool. Oh, you're in Alaska. Nice. Yeah, it's bad here. I'm like, we're hitting the high 80s, low 90s with the humidity at, at night around 95%. It is insanely humid. Like, ugh. Yes, I am away from the crazy flooding. Yes, I'm North Houston. Um, Most of the flooding usually happens around Galveston, which is the south of Houston. Um, so I'm lucky that I'm in a what do they call it, a 500-year floodplain. So I'm in high ground, being north of Houston. So everybody's saying, "Hey." I know it's tough. It's tough. Being so all of a sudden it drove, was just like the shock of it. And, still to this day, I regret that I wasn't able to say goodbye, you know. But I think she knew I was there. I think she waited until either me or my sister were there, like, and then as soon as she knew that I was there, she just went, you know. So, but I didn't get to say goodbye, you know. Hola, mi amiga. Hugs right back at you. I know. Hola, mi amiga. I think it's hola. Home. Everybody's saying, hey. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm getting the car ready to take the trip up to Rhode Island. I'm taking Fuzzy up there. I've been riding rickshaw, as a daily runner, but I'm taking Fuzzy up there, and so I'll have my kitchen and all of my fancy dancies. She hasn't taken to the road since I got back in February, so it's time for her to hit the road. Uh, yeah, and I was closer to my mom than I was my father. I don't know. My sister was closer to my father. I was closer to my mother. Um, so it kind of hit me doubly hard because I had been taking care of her for the last 4 years of her life. So she was in my home, and I cooked for her. I took her to her any appointments or anywhere she wanted to go. I drove. She stopped driving. When she lost my father, that she she lost her purpose until I got cancer, and then she felt needed again, because she helped me through that. And then I went back to helping her as soon as I was okay to. And she had told me, she wanted to be with dad. And, and if something were to happen, just let me go. So, but we did, you know, hard doing CPR on her. And I said, well, if she doesn't come back within 5 minutes, then, you know, she'll never be the same, even if she did come back. So it was a tough decision, but she already had a DNR in place. So when I mentioned it, they stopped. That's all they could do. It's tough. You're right. Losing mamas are harder than losing daddies. But not to say that I don't miss my dad. His, my dad was pretty funny. He had some one-liners. I mean, and my sister picked that up from my dad, and so she could come up with some one-liners that would just leave me and her gut busting laughing. And so it's kind of good that way. So I shared mom and she shared dad. So it was kind of nice. It is the hardest when mama goes. Mama always is, but I feel she is watching. I got to tell you a story. And I know this is, kind of, out there, but if anyone knows, out from the East Coast to the southern parts, there is a little bird that's called a black crested titmouse, and it's known for its Peter 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 Peter. It's a very loud little bird. Well, this little bird has decided every single day, as you can see, I have a window right here. It will tap and knock on my window. It will look at me. I'll go to the window and I'll be like, hey, how are you? And he'll fly down to the screen, come back up to the ledge, come back down to the screen, come back up, knock on the window, you know, and do his Peter, 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 Peter. And he would do that maybe 3 or 4 times per day just to like check in. And I'm like, Mom, you checking in on me? Dad? Brian? Brian's my brother. Any one of you three? We're okay. We're okay here. You know, it's like this black crested titmouse. It's a small little bird. It's probably about that big, but boy, has it got a voice. Whoo-wee, is that thing just? It is loud and I mean, literally. It's always like, is reincarnated, or is he just, checking up on me or what? But he has done this now for about a good month. And the black crested titmouse is usually in the East Coast. So we're like the last part of where they're indigenous to. But I was like, really? Really? It's just weird. Like, okay, has anyone ever had any experience with the titmouse bird, the small bird? They say that it has a nest near and whatever and stays within that area. And I'm like, well, I've been here a year and it's the first time that in the last month or so that this bird has been knocking on my window every day. Kind of weird. And my dad into my 50s. Mom passed when I was 23. Oh, my dad went first. My dad was the oldest male of his line, of his name. And the oldest male prior to him was 32. My dad died at 75. And my mother died at 79. So she only lasted 4 years, but her health just went from here as soon as my father passed. And it's like her whole life was my father. And so it didn't take long, but for 4 years. And 2 of those years, she helped me through cancer, which gave her a purpose. And that kind of helped. But if that hadn't happened, I think she wouldn't have only lasted maybe 2 years. They were like soulmates. I know. I'm sorry. Somebody giving you what for? I know. Yeah, I think, but I mean, even I agree. You were very young. I don't know what I would do if I would have lost my mother that early. Like I said, I was very close to my mom more than my dad, and I didn't get that relationship until after I moved out of the house. And then I really developed a relationship with my mom. And not that, when your kids living, oh, you do what I say because you're living under my roof, yada yada yada. Well, I can take the rules. So as soon as I hit 18, I moved out. I had my own apartment. I made my own rules, and that was that. I came home for visits, and for home cooking, and I think it was the first time. And at that time, drinking age was 18. So I came home, and the first time I visited uh, I came after my apartment, and I came to visit. Oh, you want a beer? I think that's the first time my father ever asked me if I wanted a beer. And I'm like, no, no, I'm good. Like something about drinking in front of your dad. You're like, no, I'm all set. I'm all set. Thanks. Um, but I didn't have a close relationship with my mother because I think she and I butted heads so much when I was growing up that when I left, she could see herself in me. And so we came to an agreement, and then we just formed a good bond. It wasn't until after I left that happened. So I'm sorry. Pretty cool. I didn't expect it because it just showed up and started rapping on my door, on my window, and it's been about a month. And I'm like, what's going on? How weird, right? My mom was our rock before she passed. My dad was, uh, 67. Hey, Miss Ned. Miss Ned is in the house. My mom was our rock. Was 85 when she passed. My dad passed 20 years ago at 67. It's so weird because I think what it was my mom. She had always said whole entire life she never wanted to be. And she passed Mark's birthday. So I'm like, boy, she cutting it close, huh? But she had always said throughout her life, ever since I was young, I will never reach 80. And I don't want to reach 80, she said. And after she didn't want to do it, to go to the casino and bingo. That was it. And cruising. And cruising. That was the only three things that she liked. Excuse me. Parenting is, it sure is. Whether it's even, our mother and our fathers, but also us as mothers. My daughter is 16. My son will turn 22. We are taking our first family vacation. Yeah, I'm so excited. So Larissa, Will, myself, uh, Will's girlfriend, and my sister and her husband are all going on a cruise on November. Tickets have been bought, flights have been booked. I was also doing that this week. It was like, oh my God. So flights have been booked, rooms have been booked. VIP tea package has been bought, so we are definitely going. Um, on a family vacation for the first time. Parenting is tough because, it has been crazy. Annie, how are you? Welcome to California. I hope to make it out to California this year. I don't know. I have to do the beet harvest up in North Dakota in October. Um, everybody's saying hi. So I have to do the beet harvest in October, and then I'm doing I have a family vacation in November. Then I've got courtside in January. And Deb and her husband has moved on to the property. They sold their house and they are now here. Yay! So they have officially been here. Oh, I think the 12th will be 1 month. Come on. This is saying hello. Yay! And he's in the house. And he's in the house. I hope to make it out to the West Coast, though. I might actually, while I'm in courtside, I might actually drop by the West Coast. Because yeah, it's been. I kind of miss things in LA and San Francisco. I might even make it up to Oregon and Seattle, especially Washington and Orlando. But I mean, no, Oregon. But that's what makes California. Because yeah, I kind of miss the West Coast. Not gonna lie, I miss the West Coast. I've been on the East Coast too long, and the South. But I do have to make it up to Wisconsin. So I think maybe on the way home or on the way up, I'm gonna go see mom and dad in the visit their crypt, just to say hi. And I probably will do that before because it might get too cold. I know I was trying to get out of there real quick because I heard snow was coming that day. So I definitely don't want to drive in the snow. So I kind of hightailed it out of there. When it was time to go, I left. got ditched. Nah, I would never ditch you guys. Here she goes. Miss America. You know how it is. I got crappy service, guys. It is the way it is. I should have known. I'm trying to do where I am in a city for my lives, because that would just be better than what this is. I live in a middle building, guys. That's what happens. And until I get good news is, cross our fingers, we're getting fiber optic. So this will not be an issue any longer. Where'd you go? Internet sucks. I got kicked out. Internet dropped. You know, it's what it is. It sucks. Like, where'd you go? Well, the trials and tribulations of that, right? And sorry, guys. You guys know to hang on a minute. I'll be right back. I'm hiking around a lake and thought it was me. No, not you, Mary. It was me. I have crappy service in a metal building. I haven't gotten, but we are getting fiber optic on the property. Yay, yay, yay. So this will not be an issue any longer, thank God. So literally, I have to get all of my stuff rendered and have to literally go to a city to upload the stuff, because I can't do it from here. It's just too slow. I had to go to even, and to a city to upload it, and otherwise it'll be all night for one video. Oh, I'm like, no, that ain't gonna happen. I thought it was my janky Wi-Fi. No, it's not your junky Wi-Fi. It's mine. Don't worry. Glad you're back. I'd come back. Give me a minute. It might take a few. I'll come back. Did you? Yeah, I was thinking about that too. But um, there are a lot of military one that they actually do for military veterans. They have so many different plans. But I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm looking at getting some kind of MiFi. I have no bad internet right now, and as you can see, it stinks. Um, but again, it's a metal building, so I can't complain about it. But it's just, eh, I can't wait for fiber optic. So we're getting fiber optic on the property. Thank God, hold with us. Going to check it out tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to check it out too. Which is better, is the 55 plan or the military plan? I thought it was. Y'all know better. I always have issues with this internet. Just hang in there. I'll be right back. So I prices on shopping, for shipping. Just to make you guys aware, I do have an Amazon store. Oh, I didn't work, huh? See, I told you. It's this janky. I'm telling you. You think it's me? No, it's this wife a month for all the bells and whistles, $20 for an additional line. Wow, that's actually really good. See, look at this. I can't even get it out. Huh. Come on. It won't even let me get out of here. There we go. Hello. Oh my God. Um, that's actually really good. $40 a month for unlimited data. I do have to say goodbye. You know, gotta get the Yorkie, including Rory, with the house dog sitting for tomorrow night, right? Well, thanks, Crystal. Please take care. Hugs and kisses to you. Still prayers for healing. You know, always in my prayers for you. Please take it easy. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to say goodnight as well, guys, because this internet is starting to really bug out. So I will put the link after the live here. I will put the link to my store, and if you go back to the beginning, you can see pictures of what my store looks like. Van Life Kitchen, Van Life Technology, yeah, travel, and some videos that I did on some of the items that I have. So I'll be more videos as far as, you know, they're only shorts, about a minute long, on how to do certain. I have travel pillows, and I have, you know, double burners that fold up and a whole bunch of things. So it's kind of good. Everybody saying good night. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all. Please take care. Be safe out there. I mean, it is crazy out there. Hopefully next week I will be in a city where you guys don't have to see me as all digitized. Tim's coming on at 6 p.m. Oh, okay. 6, 6, 7, that's 8 o'clock. So that's just coming up. Hey, all right. So love you all. Stay safe out there. And as always, stop dreaming it and start living it. Love you guys. See you next week. Bye. Please take care. Be safe. Bye.